Sup, you fuckers. I'm here to talk about these. These are the Audeara headphones. I can't read it. I don't know. Audeara headphones. I don't know the model because I can't find the box. It's around here somewhere. Now, the reviews for this were not great. They're around 3 or 4 stars. People were saying sound cancelling isn't great. I was like, alright, I'm not going to be listening to like raw music or anything. But no, the sound cancelling, active sound cancelling isn't great, and it drains the battery a fuckload because I've been using these plugged into my computer. So if you don't use the active sound cancelling, you can plug them into your computer. No problem, they won't die, but as soon as you use it, boop. That doesn't even give me a warning that it's like running low on battery or something so I can go charge it. It just suddenly I can't hear YouTube anymore, no matter how much I fiddle with the thing. So that's nothing. Now, these look comfy, don't they? But in reality, this fucking area behind my ears, they're not happy. And when I first got these, I don't know if it was just bad timing and I happened to get an ear infection, but I couldn't use them for more than an hour at a time, and I don't know if that's normal. Like, even now, I still don't feel like listening to things. Like, I'm pretty sure my ear infection is cleared up and I don't feel like listening to stuff for very long. This makes my ears hurt, which I would have thought, these were recommended to me by one of those autistic tools sites. So my thought was, if it's recommended by these people, it should be good. But I didn't think this is where things got wrong. Because I read the reviews, I'm thinking, alright, they're not going to hurt me, it'll be fine, whatever. But obviously, we're hypersensitive. The chances of an autistic person saying they hurt my ears is probably going to mean they're going to hurt my ears too. And they did, because I was just like, no, they're not going to hurt my ears. Look how soft they are. No, something's going on where they're not even covering the part they hurt. They hurt underneath, and it's fucky. So I've noticed that noise cancelling doesn't particularly work if you're listening to like a video. It doesn't particularly work with like a podcast. It works best with like Spotify or other music. Some binaurals. It doesn't work with all binaurals. Like, you can still hear a lot of outside shit. Like, it doesn't cancel as much outside shit as I wanted it to, which is annoying. Like, it cancels a little bit. It's like the tiniest amount. But I thought, yeah, again, if an autistic company is recommending it, surely it cancels out enough sounds to, placate an autistic person from the real world, because there's too much bullshit happening. But you can still hear the bullshit. Unless you're listening above 30%, which I don't like doing. I don't like loud music. It's kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I have to listen to loud music to override outside sounds and only focus on this, but then this is too loud, and it's just like, I feel like that's so flawed. And initially I was going to return them, and it's just like, I don't want to send them back. They're still semi-decent. But then I got the problem of when it's plugged into the computer, because sometimes I leave the left one slightly off my ear so I can hear Charlie when he's home, and I don't, well, the plug's on the right side, so it shouldn't affect it, right? So I don't understand why. Oh no, the plug's on the right. Never mind, it's plugged in on, hang on, so left, yeah, this is a charging hole, right? So it's plugged in on the right. Yeah, adjusting this a little bit, I don't know why the sound's fucky. Like, I have to wiggle the cord around. Like, so it's, if I'm listening to a binaural, it's really important to hear both the sounds, otherwise it's just oral, you know? There's no, it's just a sound. No, I want two different sounds. Like, whoa, 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 here, and whoa, 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 here. That's, and then somehow it creates a third sound with your brain, and that's how it heals somehow. I don't get it. It works, whatever. But I have not yet tried it with, like, compared it to the Bluetooth capabilities to see if it's still fucky or not. I feel like when it's like not plugged into the computer, the noise cancelling, I don't know if it's just like a mind over matter thing, but it feels like it works a little bit better. So it was definitely intended to not be plug-in headphones. It's definitely more useful as a Bluetooth headphones. However, they don't last very long. Which I guess if you're only using them to and from like work, like traveling, maybe on a train, you're only using them for a few hours and it's fine. But yeah, if you're using noise cancelling as well, yeah, I don't know if it'll last for you, honestly. It's just a bit, I don't have the box in front of me where I can read the actual specs and be like, yeah, that's what it says. It's only 8 hours. But we're not outside of the house for 8 hours. We're at work for 8 hours. So the device needs to, even though it's technically switched off, it's still using battery. You know? So you're out of the house for like 10 hours. So it needs to be able to function once you've come home from work, if that's the type of reason you're using it for. So I've covered the ear pain. I've covered the not fantastic noise cancelling. I've covered the fucky cord. I think if you buy them from the site like Audeara, they're about $200 or something. But if you buy them through an NDIS, they're over 300. They're closer to 4, which is really stupid. Which, it's not my money, it's the government's money, but it's just like such a rip-off. Like every single thing, like service product I've ordered through NDIS has been like at least twice as much as if I'd bought it myself and then sent them a receipt. But like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm just gonna ask my plan manager to sort it out, and then of course the company's just gonna give them a fucking, it's so fucked. So fucked. Anyway, the NDIS thing is a different thing. Look, I'm not that much of a sound quality expert. It sounds okay. I was doing there was a test online to see how good your headphones are. Like, if you can't hear the bass, then you probably can't, like, binaurals won't be the best. Even though, look, the Audeara comes with an app, so you can test your hearing, and then it's supposed to adjust the levels so you can hear everything. So I don't know if the test was just incorrect, or I just have to keep recalibrating the headphones over and over, and then select the profile. I feel like I just have to just check my ears again, then select my profile again, and then listen to the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't worked out the best way to get the best sound out of this. Like, some days I've had good sound and some days the sound's just so it's a bit weird. Like, it's just inconsistent. Like, this is a good feature, how you can just bloop. It's pretty comfy on top. I don't think I get headaches from it. I look like I definitely get the ear pain before the headaches. So I mean, overall they're okay. Like, I have nothing to compare these to. I mean, maybe in a few years I'd like to just buy the Bose out of my own money, so the NDIS has nothing to do with it, because obviously they're not going to okay another pair of headphones unless I say these broke, which they're kind of fucky already. I've only had them a few months, so they probably will break soon. But yeah, that's my review. Like, look, if you're into, checking on your hearing and getting like the optimum levels of like treble bass based on what you can and can't hear, go for it. These are great. You can check your ears, check your hearing as often as you want, so that's pretty neat. It's probably why it's covered by the NDIS, and I haven't asked about the Bose ones, but they probably would be. But yeah, if you're gonna buy them, like, if you're interested in buying them, just buy them through the Audeara website and not through NDIS, and then submit the receipt. Like, get an okayed first and then submit the receipt so that you have more funds to use yourself for something else. Like, sure, it's not your money, but it's still your funds. Like, I could have used that $200. I don't even know. But like, 3 out of 5 stars. I see the reviews. They're not bad, but for the price, I expected more. I expected better quality noise control. I expected them to not have such a fucky cable after just a few months. Yeah. Like, I expected, if I'm plugging it into the computer, it to not be using power, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I think it uses power. I don't know if I always use active noise control and then it just dies. So it could be user fault here, but I'd like it if it's plugged into something to not die. Too much to ask? I don't know. So, I wouldn't, unless you're one of these people that needs to monitor their hearing levels because you're afraid of maybe you're losing your hearing or something, and then you can have a report so you can take into your hearing specialist, which I probably need to do because there are like a handful of frequencies that for my age I should be able to hear, but I can't. I don't know. It's not important to me because I can hear the things that are important to me, so I just like, not a priority. So yes. Bye for now. Hopefully the next video after this will be icebreaker questions from a website.